Hello, and welcome to another video. This is actually just a demo, as you can see here. It says play demo, called Demon Bluff. I saw someone else playing this, and I actually kind of liked it. So I was like, I can do a video on it. This is a social deduction game, kind of like Among Us, or I guess it's more like Town of Salem. I think that's what it's called, which is what Among Us is based off of. But this is single player. And you have to find out who the evil people are. Oh. They actually seem to have quite a bit for, being a demo. So, there's one evil among all the characters, find it and kill it. This is your deck. You can see the characters that you have. Each character does different things, and we're looking for the minion. They lie and they disguise. So they disguise as someone else, and whatever they say is a lie. So we got number 4. This is the character info. Use it to deduce who is evil. And evil characters will lie. So I am 1 card away from closest evil. 1 card away means that it's either 5 or 3. 1 evil adjacent next to me. Closest evil is counterclockwise. Alright, so we've already pretty much figured out that the lover is the evil. Number 1 is good, which means that they're telling the truth, which means it's the lover. And confessor is, if she is evil or corrupted, she'll say, I am dizzy. So she'll either always say, I am good, or I am dizzy. So confessors are, like, really, really good. So, we found out number 5 is evil. It's not evil. Most characters reveal their true role. 1 card away from closest evil, which means number 4 is evil. There we go. What is that? Oh, it would just mean they were disguised. I think that one is supposed to do that? Yeah. New characters unlocked. We got the medium. Learn a good character in its role. They'll just straight up be like, this number is, good. Or something like that, I don't remember. Pick 1 character and learn if they're lying. And the thing is, the evil can also be these characters so that they could be lying in what they do. Okay, so we got a judge. No evil's adjacent to me. So if she's telling the truth, that means 6 and 2 are good. Closest evil is clockwise. So that doesn't mean it's number 3, it means it's somewhere in this direction. The closest way, so it's either 3 or 4. Because that would be 3, which is 3. So the closest is one of these 2. Closest evil is clockwise. Okay, well, that would mean, pretty sure, yeah, there's only 1 enlightened, which means it's automatically one of these 2, which means this is the liar. Because if this one was telling the truth, that would mean that this one's evil. So we know that this one's evil, but let's look at everything else. Number 5 is good. Number 1 is a real lover, which means there's no adjacent evils, which means evil's number 3. There we go. The wretch. Other characters register the wretch as evil, even though they're not. I don't know if the minion can disguise as a wretch or not, but then you have the Empress. Learn 3 characters, and only 1 is evil. Oh, yeah. I know how that works. So, we drew 1 Empress, Confessor, a Lover, Medium, and an Enlightened. Okay. Number 2 is a real medium. Okay. I didn't know they could deduct on themselves. So if she's lying, it's gonna be real easy. Either number 1, 5, or 7 is evil. Or she's lying and she's evil. So let's look at number 1. There's one evil adjacent to him. Or she's the evil. Could be. Number 7. Number 1 is a real lover. Okay, see, I like that a lot more, and I'm pretty sure there's no duplicates. So I'm just gonna... I'm pretty sure I can... Yeah. So we know that is good. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Because you're not listed on here, and there's only one evil. What's number 7? Wait. 1, 7, and 5. Ah! Okay, that explains it. So she's registering her as evil, even though she's not evil. Which means number 7 is good. Which means... yeah, this one so far is a thing. Evil. She's not dizzy, so she's not evil. She's not corrupted. That's why I like confessors. They're just straight up, you know if they're evil or not. Closest evil is counterclockwise. What? Oh, because of wretch. Right. No, we're good. So yeah, she's good. Yeah. You lied about yourself. I didn't know they could do that about themselves. Twin minion. I lie in disguise. So we have 2 evils now, basically. Pick 3 characters, learn how many of them are evil. Okay. Start with number 8. Number 6 is good. Alright, number 6. Closest evil is counterclockwise. Jester. Wretch. Ah, okay. So far, I think number 1 is good. Or, did I say number 1? I meant number 6. 1 evil adjacent to me. That would check out. There's an evil between 1, 5, and 7. Okay, so we know one of the evils is these because there's only 1 lover. Yep. And number 7, 3 cards away from the closest evil. 1, 2, 3. That checks out because they think that the wretch is evil. And this one would be true because she thinks the wretch is evil. Which means this one is lying. Which also means the queen is telling the truth of 1, 5, and 7. So I'm gonna go ahead and kill... I was wrong. Oh. What? Which means 5 or 7... That means the jester's evil, and that number 3 is evil. I guess I jumped the gun there. But they're telling the truth. The number 6 is good. Closest evil is counterclockwise. It could be talking about the wretch, it could be talking about the jester. And then either 1, 5, or 7. Closest evil is 3 cards. 1, 2, 3, which is viewed as evil. Okay, so let's do this. Can I pick this? I can. Who do I pick to eliminate the most options? I'm gonna pick Hunter, because I'm pretty sure they're good, because they're telling the truth. And then... the Queen. Among 1, 7, and 2, there is 1 evil. So this guy is saying that either the Queen or the Hunter is evil, but they could be lying. Which I'm... wait a minute. If this is evil, that would make him a liar. Because he's 2 cards away. Wait a minute. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, I didn't think about that. And there's one evil adjacent to her, so and she's telling the truth. But then... But... if she was not evil, that means you're evil. Which... makes you evil. 1, 2, 3. And the closest evil is counterclockwise, and then between 1, 7, and 2, which means it's you two that are evil. Well, we know it's you, because there can only be one lover. Yeah, okay, I was right. Bombardier. Lose if you execute me. So, the evils can disguise as him, and if the evil is disguised as him, then I can execute him without losing. But if he's actually the Bombardier, then I would lose for executing him. And then we have the Knight, and I just saying I can't die. Which I haven't seen yet, but I'm pretty sure that means if they're the real Knight, you can't kill them, and if they're a fake Knight, you can kill them. Is how I interpret that. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. What is this? Oracle. When hovered over, you will see information like bluffs used by killed characters, info from previous days, or order in which cards were revealed. I have no idea what that means. Bluffs used by killed characters. Info from previous days. Okay, well, I guess that doesn't apply here. What do we draw? Still only 2 evils. Okay, so let's go ahead and... closest evil is counterclockwise. Which means, if she's telling the truth, one of these 3 are evil. Number 2 is a real enlightened. Okay. But they could also be both evil. Number 7 is a real enlightened. Closest evil is clockwise. Okay. So, one of the enlightened are evil, one of the mediums are evil. Because we only drew one of each. So, we know 2 of these 4 are evil. There's no evil adjacent to her, which means you're fake, which means you're lying, which means you're fake. Number 1 is good. Closest evil is clockwise. Yeah. Easy. The witch cannot reveal the last card, lies and disguises, and then learn how far a specific evil is to the another closest evil. Okay. So we have a witch, which means I need to be particular as possible about the cards I flip over, and a normal minion. Alright. 1 is evil out of 5, 3, or 2. So let's flip over 5. There's 1 evil adjacent to her. Knight can't die. Interesting. Well, we can just test that out. She didn't die. She's real. Okay. We know that. And 2. So either 2 or 5 are evil, or the Empress is evil. There's 1 evil adjacent to her, so let's reveal these 2. The Wretch, which checks out, and the Jester. So I'm inclined to believe that you're telling the truth at the moment, because you're good. We know you're good. So 5 or 3 is evil. The problem here is I don't know which card I should flip over, because there's no one being like, oh, this card is this, or there's nothing like that. And I can only flip over one more because there's a witch. Pick 3 characters and learn how many of them are evil. So... do this one. 8 is a real empress. Okay. Let's cite her. So, we're looking at 5 or 2 right now. Unless she's lying. In which case, you're also evil. So, doing that, we have no idea who the last one is. Actually, I can check from here. The last one's a scout. Which actually might be pretty helpful here. But I can't reveal it because like the witch is blocking it. So... that sucks for me. I'd rather have the scout than a jester, I think. So she could be lying, which was supported by this, which means that the jester is evil, if that is the case. Or you're evil. In which case you would say someone is lying, which means you're evil, but I don't really have anyone to test to see if you are evil. I'm gonna say... creepy. Let's see, learn how many of them are evil. Okay, let's do these 3. There are 0 evils. I'm inclined to believe that. Because either one of these 2 is evil and this one's evil, which, if that's a lie, then only one of these 2 would be evil. All 3 of them can't be evil. There's only 2 evil. So I'm inclined to believe that. I think you're good. Which means I think you are good. Because you're telling the truth. Which means you're evil. And we can confirm that by here. They're saying that this is lying, but he's telling the truth, so you're definitely evil. Which means there's only one left. The scout. Or unless I'm missing something. So, hold on. We know these 2 are good. Let's remove these. We know these 2 are good. We know you're good, because that 7, 8, and 5 are good. Which I believe. So yeah. Yep, there we go. Bah! 1 fake outcast is added to the deck view. Which partners well with the witch. Which we don't have to worry about. So we can flip over all the cards. So only one of these cards is actually going to appear. A wretch or a bombardier, not both of them. Because he's adding a fake outcast to this view. So we can flip over everybody. We have a knight. Closest evil is clockwise. I'm 1 card away from the closest evil. So she's saying the evil is one of these 3. And he's saying the evil is one of these 2. Unless they're lying. 2 evils adjacent. Whoa. And that's not a wretch. Okay. Judging from this, I'm thinking she's the evil one, not him. Because, but it's just my assumption so far. She's dizzy. which means she's either evil or corrupted. And I don't have anyone that deals with corruption yet. So she's evil. That's why we like confessors. That's why we like confessors. Number 4 is a real jester. Lose if you execute me. Okay, so the fake one added to the deck was the wretch. And she's saying 2 evils are next to her, but that's physically impossible, which means she's the liar. There we go. We have a Slayer. Pick 1 character. If evil picked, execute it. I don't know if that reduces my HP if they're wrong. I'm not sure. Learn how many evils are adjacent to each other. Got it. Ascension level increased. Final score 940. There's 1 evil. Find it and kill it. Oh, it's a witch. Okay, which means I have to be particular about who I flip over. Number 5 is good. Evil, closest evil is clockwise, which would mean number 6 is evil or number 1's evil. But there's only 1 evil. And if number 5 is good... so, right now there's a lot of sus on number 1. Who was a wretch, which... checks out. Okay, you know what? Which means that one of these 2 is not evil, which is putting sus on number 2. The evils are not adjacent to each other. Well, there's only 1, so that's actually true. There's only 1 pair of evil. Wait a minute, hold on. I mean, that's a lie. There's only 1 evil, but that means you're wrong. But you're also saying 5 is good. But this is the closest evil. How does that work? Wait, oh. I forgot about the witch. What is the last one? We have the Gemcraster. So the last one's a knight. The last one's a knight, so... Yep. That's a real knight. We know it's one of the knitters, but... This one's telling the truth because there's only 1 evil. They can't be adjacent to each other because there's only 1. Which means you're a liar. Which means you're a liar. Because the closest evil is clockwise. But this evil is closer. So, one of you 2 is lying. But there's only 1 knitter, isn't there? Yeah, there's only 1 knitter. Oh! This is viewed as evil. So she's saying they're next to each other because they're both evil, which means you're evil. There we go. The Poisoner. Now we're dealing with corrupted. One adjacent villager is corrupted if possible, and he lies and disguises. The Bard tells you how far she is from the closest corrupted. So if they're corrupted, that means they'll lie, but that doesn't mean that they're evil. So, number 8, 2 cards away from the closest evil. Okay, so that's another 2 or 6. 1 is evil out of 1, 5, and 3. Let's view this one. Wait, let me see if there's a witch. There is a witch. And a poisoner. Ooh, that's rough. Okay. So far, I like him because of the wretch. 1, 5, and 3 is a judge, a slayer, and an empress. All right. Well, we know. Wait a minute. 7, 1, or 8. So. She's only saying one of them is evil. Not... So one of these empresses are obviously evil, because there's only 1 empress. There's not 2. But now I only get to flip over 1 more card. He's saying number 7 or 8 or 1. 1, 5, or 3. No one is saying anything about number 4. Do I have a knight card? I do not have a knight card. That is unfortunate. And someone could be lying because of the poisoner. But we know one of them is Empress. I'm gonna flip over number 7 because that's what I have here. 4 cards away from a corrupted character. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the bard is saying that she's corrupted, which means she's lying, but that doesn't mean she's evil. Which means you would be the fake one. And then, so if you're fake, that means 1, 5, and 3 are all good, if that is the case. So if I do the judge on her, and she's lying, that means but it could say, if the minion is the judge, he could lie to me about if they're lying. And I can't flip over the last card, because one's a witch. The bard is saying she's corrupted. Which means 7, 1, and 8. That's actually a tough one, because does that mean there could be 2 evils there, or does that mean none of them are evil? That's a tough one to be corrupted. I'm going to go under the assumption that none of them are evil. Which is a bold assumption. But that means that either Wretch or whoever this is a poisoner, because she's corrupted. And if she's corrupted, I'm inclined to think that she's lying. They're saying the truth. We killed the witch. Does that mean... Ooh. That's nice. Poisoner is 1 card away from the closest evil. But I'm inclined to think that you're the evil. Yeah. Let's go. Easy. Fortune Teller. Pick 2 characters, learn if any of them are evil. And Oracle, learn that 1 out of 2 characters is a specific minion role. Okay. We have Minion and Ba. So one of these 2 aren't actually in the hand. But I can flip everyone over. And we have a Confessor. I love when there's a Confessor in the hand because it makes things real simple. Number 6 is good. I am 1 card away from a corrupted character. Well, if she's corrupted, that means you're not good, but that means you're telling the truth, which means that both of you are good. Or that she's not corrupted, at least. Which means you could be corrupted. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How is anyone corrupted? Wait a minute. Hold up. That's massive sus on you right now. How are any of them corrupted? Because there's no one to corrupt them. Let's get number 4. 2 cards away from the closest evil. Yeah, I know. I'm thinking the same thing. Oops. She's good. Alright, Confessor says she's good, she's good. Number 1 is good. Okay. That means there's no Wretch. Number 1 is good. Which... I'm thinking it's you too, because I don't see how there's any corrupted characters. And if that's the case, you're lying, which means you're also lying. Learn if any of them is evil. Is number 6 or 7 evil true? That only tells me if one of them is evil, not both. But he's 2 cards away from the closest evil, which is you. Confessor's good. We like confessors around here. They just confess everything. But 2 cards away from the closest evil could mean you, which could mean you. But yeah. That went on for too long. Plague Doctor and Alchemist. Game start. 1 good villager is corrupted. Pick 1 character. If it is corrupted, learn an evil character. So now, if he's on the board, there's always going to be 1 liar. Jeez. Villagers to the left and right of me, range of 2, are cured from corruption. Okay. We have a witch. Which is unfortunate. And I'm gonna assume that the wretch is the one that's fake here because we just got the Plague Doctor. There is a confessor. We like that. 1 is evil out of 3, 5, or 2. I'm dizzy. So she's either evil or she's corrupted. So we gotta watch her. Number 3 is a jester. Number 5 is saying that 7 is good. And she's the one saying... So either these 2 are partners. She could be the one corrupted from the Plague Doctor. And there is a witch, right? Yeah. So, unfortunately, none of what I've unveiled tells me which one I should uncover next. I'm gonna go to number 6, who is a Plague Doctor. Number 2 is not corrupted. Oh! Okay, thank you. That that helps me. So now there's only a witch left. So 3, 5, or 2. Which means both 3 and 5 are good because number 2 was evil. So the evil... You're good. You're good because you did that. You're good and you're good. 7 is good, so yeah. And you found the evil, so you're good. So yeah, the evil is one of these 2. But one of them is a witch, so I can only unveil one of them. And unfortunately, I have nothing here that helps me. I haven't done the alchemist yet. The thing is, if I pick one and the other one is a copy of a card that I already have, that would make it real easy. But I can only pick 1 card. Oh. Like I said, it makes it real easy. Counselor. 1 villager becomes an outcast role. I sit next to an outcast. So, red borders are the minions, the evils that I'm trying to kill. Yellow borders are the outcasts. Doppelganger, I disguise as a good villager currently in play. That's gonna complicate things. We have a counselor and Ba. So there's 1 fake outcast and an extra outcast, which is a very bad combination because I don't know if... No, because that means there's no doppelganger. No, we're fine then. So he'll be... I don't know. Let's find out. There's 9 cards. Oh my... Bombardier doesn't help me. 2 cards away from the closest evil. Alright. Bombardier... Oh! Okay, one of these is fake. No. One of them could be fake. But one of them is sitting next to one of them. or the counselor is sitting next to an outcast. So knowing that, we have a Slayer, a Jester, that doesn't help me in the slightest. Counselor is 4 cards away from the closest evil. If this is the evil, 1, 2, 3, 4. That works. But she could also be lying. She could also be evil. So that does work. Which means that I don't have a Slayer, if that is the truth. Plague Doctor. Oh. Because there's a Plague Doctor, one person on the board is lying. There's no Witch, so I can... Alright, well. Alright, you're good. 2 evils adjacent to me. Well, you're a liar. Wait a minute, she could be corrupted. 9 is evil, 6 is corrupted. Easy. Easy. Runk. I disguise as a random, not in play villager. I am corrupted and I lie. I cannot be cured. But she's an outcast. She's not an evil. Why is she corrupted if she already lies? I don't know why she has both of them. Druid. Pick 3 characters, learn 1 random outcast among them, if any. So, a doppelganger. She can help me find doppelgangers. Did I pull a witch? I did not. So there's a fake outcast, and that's it. Although 1 person is corrupted. If he's not the one that's added as a fake. Okay, we do have a confessor. Evils are not adjacent to each other according to the knitter. Okay. Got a Slayer. Number 7 or number 8 is a minion unless she's lying. That looks pretty bad. It looks pretty bad. I'm not gonna do it yet though. Plague Doctor. Number 2 is a real oracle. I'm inclined to believe that because of the confessor. That's why we like confessors. They're real simple like that. A Jester and a Plague... Okay, so one of these Plague Doctors is fake, which means you are evil. You weren't evil, you were just corrupted. Ah! That's the first time I've accidentally killed someone, or it's the first time I killed someone in a while. Ooh. So she was corrupted, and I was supposed to use the real Plague Doctor to find out. Okay, well, we know one of the evil... Oh, there's 3 evils. Oh! I did not know that. I thought I was still looking for 2. That completely botches everything. Because either you're evil, or you're evil, and one of you 2 are evil. Because if he's not evil, you're evil. Which means you're also evil. Which leaves me with the Plague Doctors. But if he is evil, that's a good thing. But if he's not evil, I lose. I could use the Slayer to execute if... But if the Slayer is a minion, I don't know how that interaction works. None of the evils are adjacent to each other. Which, if that's to be believed, and if you're real, that means you're real. If that's to be believed. Which means you're a fake. Which means you would also be real. If that is the case. So, if the knitter's correct, you 3 are real. which means you would also be real. Among 3, 2, and 5, there are 0 evils. Okay. That helps me, but my brain can't compute how. My brain is starting to get fried. Out of number 3, 2, and 5, 0 are evil. Which means 3, 2, and 5 are good, unless they're lying. The Plague Doctor, which number 6 could be evil. Which would mean... You're evil. Which means you're good. Which means you're good. So you're good because you killed an evil. Which means you were telling the truth, which means you're telling the truth. And 3, 2, and 5, there are no evils. So either you're telling the truth, which would make the Jester and a Plague Doctor evil, or both the Plague Doctors evil, but I highly doubt that's the case. One of the Plague Doctors is evil, I think the other one is good. Which means... both of you could be evil. Boy, that would make her a liar, which makes her evil. And that's too many evils. So I'm inclined to believe the Jester that number 3 is not evil. And that would mean the Knitter is telling a lie because she's adjacent to this one. Right? There we go. Hookah. Game starts. Villagers adjacent to me are corrupted. I lie and disguise. Oh, so she corrupts 2 villagers. Did we draw a witch? We did not. We have counselor and a puka. 1 villager becomes an outcast role. And he sits next to an outcast. And you... Alright, so we also have a knight. That's helpful. A wretch. Number 2 is a real empress. 1 is evil out of 7, 6, or 5. Wait, that's 8. 2 evils adjacent to me. Well, she's right about 1. Puka's 4 cards. So let's look at 5. Knight. Alright, well, we can check that real quick. Oh, if she's corrupted, that means their ability doesn't work, which means she died. Oh, I didn't think about that. Oh, that sucks for me. I did not think about that. I did not... Oh, jeez. I have 1 HP left. Okay, so if the queen is to be believed, one of you 2 is evil. Is evil, not corrupted. 2 evil, and she's saying there's 2 evils adjacent to her, which that one kind of checks out because wretches are viewed as. But counselor also likes to chill next to outcasts, so you could be lying, or you could be lying, which means you're also evil. Or that's also an outcast, so you could be telling the truth, and this is the counselor. Oh! Alright, well, we know... Well, she's just straight up lying, because we know that she's lying. I cured 1 corruption. Nothing changed, though. Oh, he probably cured the corruption. Would have cured the corruption in this one. But it's not possible for two evils to be... You don't do anything with corruption. You don't do anything with corruption. Yeah, you're just lying. Because she was corrupted. We know this. So, you're lying. Ooh, which means she's corrupted by her, not by him. So there's someone else who's corrupted here. Ooh, I got lucky there, I think. It says I cured one corruption, but none of the information changed. There's only one more evil. And he likes to sit next to... Okay, 4 cards away from the closest evil. The Puka is 4 cards away. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That could check out. If the medium is... No. Because if she's lying, then she would be lying. It's really looking bad here for number 7. Because that seems to check out. There's apparently someone else who's corrupted, but this guy's saying he cured one corruption. But he was also corrupted, which means his ability doesn't work. Number 8 is evil. Wait! Number 8 is evil? What? Oh, because she can lie. So she can say she's evil. Puka is 4 cards away from the closest evil. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. You gotta get out of here. Ooh, number 7 was about to die. He was lying about having cured a corruption because he himself was corrupted. I'm at 1 HP. One random unrevealed good villager becomes a baker. Learn which villager I was. Or which villager one. Yeah, I was makes more sense. And they need to find a way to differentiate the 1 and the I, because there is a very subtle, like, crooked there, but it's pretty hard to tell. Architect. Learn which side of the circle is more evil. Learn equal if both sides are equally evil. Okay. Ascension complete. Nice. There are 2 evils among all the characters. There's a witch, so we need to be particular. There's also a drunk. Not in play villager. Not in play. Does that mean a villager that's not one of these? And cannot be cured. Does that mean like a plague doctor can't interact with them maybe? I don't know. There is a witch. I have to be particular. Again. The right side is more evil. So these 3. If she's not lying. A druid. That is very nice for helping me find this drunk. Wait a minute. There might not be a drunk. Either there's a drunk or there's a plague doctor. Which... Oh... Combined with the witch is so bad if I don't find I hope I find a plague doctor, because if I find a plague doctor, that helps me a lot. So the right side's more evil. Let's look at the right side. Both sides are equally evil. The thing about that is a 3 and 3. So if I were to believe this, there's 2 evils here. If I believe this, there's 1 evil here and 1 evil here. But obviously, one of them is evil. So if you're right, then there's an evil here. That does not help me because I can't flip over one card. Oh, okay. No evil's adjacent to me if she's telling the truth. Did I pull a lever? I did pull a lever, okay. Number 4 is good. Okay. I'm inclined to believe that because she's saying there's no evil adjacent to her and there's 2 architects. So they can't both be lying. Which means you're good, which means you're good, which means you're a liar. Which means you're evil. There we go. Shaman. There are 2 same villager roles in the current village. Oh no. There can be duplicate villagers now. Oh, my brain! This episode is also going on 51 minutes. I think I'm gonna go for 60 minutes and then cut the video there. Oh, my HP got back up. Learn up to 3 characters. Among them are 1 villager, 1 outpost, 1 outcast, and 1 evil. Okay. Did we draw a witch? We did not. But there's a doppelganger. Oh no. There's a doppelganger and a counselor. Oh. From a corrupted character. Does that help me any? No, no one here lies, so that doesn't really help me. Bards are not useful here, I don't think. We have a judge. We have another judge, okay? We know one of them... Wait a minute. One of them might not be fake. Yeah, there's a 3rd judge now, that's... There are no corrupted characters. Alright, you know what? I believe you. Because there's no one that can do corruption. No evils adjacent. Okay. And there's no witch, right? No. So I can flip over everyone. 2 evils adjacent. Number 3 or number 5 as a counselor, which means you're... Oh no. Bombardier. You could be a doppelganger though. If you're a doppelganger, that means you're the counselor. Or number 3 is a counselor. For being a bombardier. Oh my, no. My brain. But, okay, no, one of the lovers is fake. Because there are 2 same villager roles. Only 2. There's too many here. And there's 3 judges, which means 2 real judges. One of the lovers is fake. So one of the lovers is fake. And one of the judges is fake. I'm inclined to think this one's the counselor because it's next to the bombardier. However, there's also the doppelganger. Oh, no, 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 no. One of the lovers might not be fake because of the doppelganger. Ah! My brain. Okay. Number 3 or 5 is a counselor. Are you lying? Number 7 is lying. Unless you're lying. So let's see if you're lying. Number 7 is also... You have 2 liars? I don't know about that one. If you say you're telling... Get out of here. And then that means both of you are true, which means... Wait, number 3 or 5 is a counselor, which means, yep, you're lying. Oh! Oh, this one was the doppelganger. It was the lover. Ah! I'm glad I caught on to that. Because I was about to execute one of those lovers. Puppeteer. Random adjacent villager becomes a puppet if possible. It's evil, but cannot lie. A not lying evil character. Oh, this is terrible. What did we draw? There's 3 evils. A puppeteer, a puka, and a puppet. And that means there's 2 people who are corrupted. And him that can cure corruption. 3 people that are corrupted. Which means Bard has got a lot of work to do here. And there's only 1 of each class. We're not gonna automatically kill the knight in case they're corrupted, as we have learned. Okay, there's no witch though. Right, I didn't see a witch. No. Knight. She's taunting me. 1 evil adjacent to me, alright. 1 card away from a corrupted character. Cured 0 corruptions. So if he cured 0 corruptions, that means she's not corrupted. Or it means that he is corrupted. Number 6 is a real judge. Okay. Ooh, okay, we know one of the knights is fake. But one of them could be corrupted. 1 is evil out of 1, 3, and 4. 1, 3, and 4. And there's 3 evils because someone's a puppet. We know one of the knights is evil because they can't be copycats. So either 7 or 8 is a evil. But they could be corrupted. He cured 0 corruptions, which means none of these guys are lying unless he's lying. He's 1 away from a corrupted character. Which means either she's corrupted or he's corrupted. But that doesn't really help me, because if he's lying, then she could be lying because she's corrupted. He could be lying because he's corrupted. 1, 4, or 3 is evil, according to the Empress, who might be lying as well. Under the assumption that the alchemist isn't a liar. Wait. There are 2 people here that are lying. 2 people here are filthy liars. 3 people here are filthy liars. There are 3 filthy, filthy liars. Which means I'm inclined to believe you're one of them. Because there's no way it's these 3 that are corrupted. Especially since these 2 I don't think can be corrupted. Can you be corrupted? Yeah. So I'm inclined to believe that you are a filthy liar. Six is a real judge. One card away from a corrupted, which means if he is lying, that would check out. And even if you're the puppet, you can't lie. You can be evil, but you can't lie. There's one evil adjacent, which if she's the puppet, that would work. Which means you're corrupted. Which means you could be the puka, which means you're corrupted. But if you're corrupted, that means she's a real person. My brain, dude. My brain is starting to fry. This is going to be my last round, though, because this has now reached an hour-long episode. who do I use the judge on? Hold on. Okay, if I use the judge on the alchemist, and he says that he's telling the truth, that means the judge is a liar. Which means the medium is a liar. And that just leaves one of the two knights. He's lying. You're dead. But! Ah! Wait, he's... So he's lying because he lied because he was corrupted. Not because he was evil. Oh, no. Which means you could be the puka. Or you could be the puka. You're good. Because number 6 was a real judge. You're good. You're not lying. Which means you're not the puka. But you could be the puppeteer. Random adjacent villager becomes okay, that narrows it down a little bit. Which means you might be the puppet, you might be the puppeteer, you might be the puka. Is my current thoughts. Except he's telling the truth. He cured 0 corruptions. 1, 2, 1, 2. He wouldn't have been able to reach that. Which means if you're the puka, you can't corrupt her because she doesn't say anything. And he was corrupted. That's my thoughts right now. You're the puka, you're the puppeteer, you're the puppet. Because the puppet is evil, but cannot lie. And he's telling the truth. But he's one away from a corrupted character. So one of y'all two is corrupted, but he's telling the truth. So you're corrupted. You're evil. Which makes you the puka. This is the puka. No, because how does he get corrupted? What? No, my brain. Ah! Is there anything else that corrupts here? The drunk. The drunk. Are you a drunk? You're a drunk, aren't you? You're a drunk. I'm marking you as the drunk. Which means you're good. Because she's one away from a corrupted character. The drunk is both corrupted and lies. So the drunk would show up as corrupted to her. So you're the drunk, which means you're good, which means you're the puka. Right? Ah, I got it right! Which means you're no longer corrupted. But I don't need to test that. I'm not going to risk that. So you're saying 1, 4, and 3 is evil. But here's the thing. If you're the puppet, that's actually true. If you're the puppet, that's true. Because you're evil. So you're actually not lying, which means... Are you... No, you're not lying because you're the drunk. And you're lying because you're drunk. Or are you the drunk and you're lying? Hold on. Oh, my brain. Oh my gosh. My brain is fried. Okay, one of you two is the drunk. Which means you're good, because you're detecting the drunk. You're good. I'm just gonna vet if you're good. What? Oh, she was the puppeteer. I was completely off. Oh my goodness. Oh, my brain. So you were the... I didn't even think about that possibility. Which means you were telling the truth, there was no corruption, which... And you were telling the truth because evil was next to you. Wow. So 1, 4, 3, one of them was evil. 6 was telling the truth. Oh my goodness. I think me not realizing the judge could be corrupted is what screwed me over there. I didn't even... Oh my goodness. I didn't think... Because it said I pulled the night card. Like, it said I pulled a night card. That's why I was so set on this one not being the drunk. Is because it said I pulled a night card. I thought there was actually a night card on the field. I killed a drunk. Just guys, that's a knight. That's pretty funny. Oh, well, my brain is fried, so... No, that's gonna be the end of this episode. I lost. There is, I guess, more because... Oh, I guess it's like a set amount of lives, I guess? To, like, reset my... or get a higher score. But that's where I'm going to finish this episode. It's already over an hour. What? What? No. Hello? The menu. There we go. This is a demo. It's called Demon Bluff, and it actually has quite a bit for being just a demo. Like, not only this, but then you have this gameplay, which is when you get Ascension 4, which I was really close. I was at Ascension 3. And that's... every village is randomized, more challenging characters and scenarios. Yeah, for a demo, this seems to have quite a bit. But that's going to be the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.